those who just now coming in, thank y'all for coming in too. We here with Shawnee. And what I do is I'm a musical artist. I just don't limit myself. I say artist because I just like the craft in itself, and just doing music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been doing music since I was about 14, 15. That's pretty much when it all started with me, like writing my own music and stuff. It's a couple stories too with me and my brothers. We just had like little tape cassettes we used to record over them. You know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. But it was little stuff that sparked it. But pretty much 15.
Okay. So like, at what point was it that you decided to actually like take it serious, take you as a serious brand? You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. I would say with me, when I do something, I don't play around with it. So pretty much when I started, it was just every year or every part of my journey was just finding something else new. Just another step where I could just take my musical journey and just to see where it was going to lead me. That's pretty much what it is.
So overall mission as an artist?
My mission is to just bring hope. I feel like the world is just not hopeless in a sense, but just it's missing hope. It's lacking hope in people who just care, people who really just bring that genuine feel and organic back.
Yeah.
I just want to bring hope to the world through my music and whatever outlets that I create for me.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I do like about your music, because in a sense, to me, it's inspirational. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of music that, if you on your grind, you just pop it in, put your headphones in and just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that let's get up and get to it type of, mentality when you create your music. So that's stupid though. So the next question that I have for you, like, since you've been on your journey, like you mentioned, you started, doing music, writing your own stuff, 14, 15. Since you've been on your journey, like, what's been like the best part for you?
Oh man, just doing it with my family, I would say, for one. That alone is just a whole different feel and a whole different aspect, because it's just a tight core, It's the same people I came up with, for sure. Everybody always say when you start making it, don't forget about your people, but it's people that I'm already around.
Right.
It's so genuine. It's just my family, they gonna show love no matter what I do. They gonna tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. So like, in contrast, what would you say has been your biggest hurdle and how did you overcome it?
The biggest hurdle has been just telling my family that, okay, this is what I'm gonna pursue. So I quit my job 2015. My mom moved out of town the same year because I stayed with her, and it was just that hurdle alone, just like, man, what am I about to do next? It just was. I had to just trust God in the whole process, and I talk about that a lot in my music. But it was really just a lot of my stuff that I talk about is just stuff that I really went through. That, like you said, like, okay, I know that me telling this in my music is gonna affect somebody in a positive way. So that's what I try to stick to.
Yeah, that's what's up. And I like that you brought that point out, because like, one of the reasons why I do these interviews is so people can be known that it's not like always just an up and up. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing your thing, like, you got those hurdles that you got to overcome, those ups and those downs, and something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't quit your job and mom's done move. It's like, dang. So what am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. There's somebody out there right now and they hesitant to following their dreams, hesitant to following, becoming an artist that they want to be. What type of advice would you give them?
First, I would give them the advice to just believe in your heart. God gives you certain feelings and certain things He puts on your mind and your spirit for a reason. So make sure that you don't ignore those things, because that was one thing that I myself kept putting to the side. Like, nah, I was still doing music, but it wasn't as full forward as I should have been doing it at first. So I would say that's the first thing, and then just take that leap of faith. Once you figure out your idea, do some research first. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into.
Right.
Ask yourself, is this really what I want to do? And then God is gonna lead you the whole way from there.
Yeah.
Make that jump.
Yeah, for sure. Take that leap of faith. I definitely feel that the big word that I heard you say was research. You know what I'm saying? I always say, like, I feel like that's one of the things that kind of stop people from doing what they want to do. It's like they got this dream and this vision, and they don't know what to do, yet they're still not using the resources that they need to try to find. You know what I'm saying? Research is everything. Research is everything. I believe, like, if you want to be successful, like, you got to study success. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a clear vision about, like, what you really want to see. Like, what do you want your life to look like? And who do you know, or even if you don't know, who can you study and figure out how their journey went? You know what I'm saying? How can you actually measure that success if you don't know, like, what you vividly want it to look like? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I think that's a big thing. Like,
and yeah, piggybacking on what you said too, a lot of people, you hear people say when you're doing something like for your success or whatever, they say they make sacrifices. It's not a sacrifice if you doing something that's going to better you. You know what I'm saying? It's what you need to do. And a lot of people get that mixed up too. Like, instead of you going to that party, you should be, like you said, studying success. Maybe like a lot of times I watch Jay-Z videos, P. Diddy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You gotta make that, it's not even a sacrifice, it's you gotta make that effort just to better yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, you gotta trade. There has to be a trade-off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually did a radio interview earlier today, and one of the things the guy had said was, to whom much is given, much is required. So you can't like expect your life to drastically change if you're not doing anything different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, you can call it a sacrifice, or you could just simply call it a trade-off. Like, what's worth more? You know what I'm saying? What's worth more? Like, where do you want to be? Because if you continue to do the same cycle that you've been doing, you're going to continue to be in the same place that you've been. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it would be a fool for you to just, like you said, for you to do one thing and expect a different result. That's not the way it's going to work. So.
Yeah, man. So the last question that I have is, like, what do you want the world to remember you as?
I want the world to remember me as, like you said, when you was explaining my music, just that person who just bring motivation no matter what a person is going through. I want to be able to just change a person's life just by listening to what I went through or what I putting in my music. You know what I'm saying? Just bring change to the world, person by person, one person at a time. You know?
Absolutely.
The way that I feel like I can do it. That's the biggest thing for me.
I want to thank you. Thank you for taking this time out, for sure. Let them know where they can find you and your music.
You can find my music everywhere. Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, whatever you use. It's TAJH again, and then space VIRGIL. I got some really, really dope music out there. And then
really do.
Merch, if you want to get that merch, you can get at me. You know, I got the merch on deck. You know, this is the name of my album. It's amazing, man. Just make sure y'all check it out. You will not be disappointed.
Let's talk about the album.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So what does that mean? What does it mean to you, Paradigm?
Paradigm, to me, the actual meaning first is just your train of thought, and what you put in your train of thought and your mentality is going to affect your results. Like we were saying, you can't just do one thing and expect another thing. So once you start changing that around, your life will start changing around, your visions and stuff like that. And then pretty much what it means to me, it was just like I had to just do what needed to be done. And if not, I was going to get the same results.
Yeah.
And that's what it all triggered off when I had the song called The Man that dropped last year, 2017. Oh, man.
Them bugs so nice too.
Yep, so it started off with that, and then I'm just like, man, I'm just going to make a whole just project and collective around that concept. So
Yeah.
that's just how it came about.
Listen, man, like, it's not a game. Like, his music is real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's real inspiring. And man, it's just good vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like, all day long. So make sure you check him out. Go add him, follow him. Man, just check him out, because you're everywhere, right? Like Spotify and SoundCloud, everywhere.
Yep,
like
YouTube. Yep,
YouTube. I definitely got some in my playlist.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. You already know this is to inspire you guys. Anybody out there that's hesitant to following their dreams, hesitant of doing, you know, the things that you really want to do in life. If we can do it, you can do it. Don't let anything stop you. Love y'all. Make sure y'all hit the share button, the like button, the love button. Gonna see y'all later. Peace.